Welcome to Water Supply, Part 2. In today's lesson, we're going to size the hot and cold distribution branches downstream of the hot water tank inside our 4-story building. In Part 1, according to the 2010 National Plumbing Code, we had sized the water service, which was located by the property line up to the main building shutoff outside of the building, as 1.5 inches. We sized this according to peak demand. We had also sized the green pipe, the water distribution entry pipe by the water meter, also as 1.5 inches by tables 2631 and 2632 in the National Plumbing Code. Today's lesson, we're going to bang it up a notch. We're going to add a display fountain in the main foyer of the 4-story building, just to see if it affects the size of the water distribution entry pipe and or the water service pipe outside of the building. And then, of course, we will then size the hot and cold distribution branches downstream of the hot water tank. We'll do so by going to each remote fixture, counting our way back to the riser on each story, and eventually back to the commercial hot water tank. So let's check it out and see what happens. We will first locate the display fountain in the foyer. Notice how it has a 1-inch cold branch as well as an air gap built into it. Open up your code book to table 2632D to find the correct fixture unit load of 10 fixture units for this fountain. In the original animation, we added up all the same stories of 25.6 fixture units to 102.4 fixture units, plus the hose bib of 2.5 fixture units. Now in this animation, we will add the fountain of 10 fixture units for a peak total of 114.9 fixture units. We will now re-examine the table to see if it affects the overall size of the water service and the water distribution entry pipe. As you can see, the overall size still remains the same of 1.5 inches. You will notice that located in the water meter room is a water meter and double check valve assembly. We will not be including the pressure loss for these devices in this animation. You will notice also that there is a black pipe upstream of the water meter. It is leading to the fire protection with a double check valve assembly on it. We will not be sizing the fire protection system or including its overall allowance for this particular system. Let's commence with step number 3, sizing the hot water distribution branch pipe. In order to do this, we want to size the hot piping starting at the most remote fixture and working back to the hot riser, adding in fixtures as they occur. Let's count the hot fixture units per story. We'll start on the first story, as each fixture has an individual fixture unit load assigned to it. On the first story, you will see a clothes washer, 2 bathtubs, 2 lavabos, 1 dishwasher, and 1 kitchen sink, for a total fixture unit load of 8.4 fixture units counted up to the hot riser, or the most remote riser in this building. As we look at the table, we will notice that 8.4 fixture units equals a 5/8 of an inch size branch on each story coming from the most remote hot riser. Therefore, the top or 4th floor will have a 5/8 of an inch branch and riser. Scrolling across to table
A2631 under the 31 meter column and under 9 fixed units, you will realize that the 8.4 fixed units will equal a pipe size of 5/8, thereby meaning that the hot riser will indeed be 5/8 of an inch. The falling floor beneath will have accumulated 16.8 hot fixture units, and upon looking at the table you will realize the pipe size will be 1 inch in size. The most remote hot riser will continue to increase in pipe size as we travel downwards or backwards, for a total hydraulic load of 33.6 fixed units at its base and a pipe size of 1.25 inches. Notice how the cold has a heavier fixture unit load as there are more cold fixtures on each story, including the hose bib on the first story. Both the hot and cold risers at their base will be 1.25 inches in size, as they are both within the 30 fixture unit to 66 fixture unit range. As the cold water distribution branch is sized the same as the hot distribution branch, let's now size the cold branch to the right of the bathtub and clothes washer, including the hose bib. The bathtub and the clothes washer are both worth 1.4 fixture units each, plus the hose bib, which is also worth 2.5 fixture units, for a grand total of 5.3 fixture units. As you can see, we have to go to the number 9 as we have 5.3 fixture units, and this will give us a cold branch of 5/8 of an inch. Now let's try and size the cold inlet and the hot outlet from the commercial hot water tank. They should both be the same size as they are both feeding the total hot fixtures in the building. In order to do this, we would have to add up both hot risers, as they will total the total hot in the building. So 33.6 fixture units times 2, which should equal 67.2 fixture units. Then scroll across to the table to find out if 1.25 inches is big enough. And as you can see, it would have to be 1.5 inches in size. This completes part 2 of water sizing. For part 3, we will learn how to use the tables and how to size a battery of flushometer toilets and urinals. Please check your modules for more information on water sizing.